just a quick review of the Gambo thumb brace. So this brace is made specifically for people who have a problem with pain or arthritis in their CMC joint, which is also known as the carpometacarpal joint. It's the lower joint in your thumb. So the idea here is that, you put the brace on, it supports the joint, kind of restricts its motion, so that way the joint has a chance to kind of rest, recover, and not get stressed as much as you do things. So a few points about this particular brace. It does come with a thumb sleeve, so it's like this cloth sleeve you put on first, and then you put the brace on over it. So that's used if you have like sensitive skin or you think the brace might be rubbing in a wrong spot or something and you can't really work around it. You can put the thumb sleeve on first and then the brace, so solve that problem. It does have a bendable metal strip down here, so which you pinch it, and so you can kind of like customize it to your joint, see however much pressure you want on there. So yeah, it's a pretty good brace to control that motion. Now there are actually other things you can do for arthritis. A lot of times braces, you put them on, they work just while you have them on, and then there's not that much carryover when you take them off, but still they're a very valuable thing. Other things you can do, I'll show you, this is where I'm getting this from, the Healthy Thumb Handbook. If you have a problem in the joint, whether it's because of arthritis or basically just like an overworked joint, a lot of times the muscles around that joint can become irritable, and then you get pain not only from the joint, but you also have muscular pain. So a component of the pain you're having now actually could be, to varying degrees, muscular. Sometimes actually you can have you could have an x-ray of your thumb, you show thumb arthritis, and actually the pain's really just coming all from the muscles and not the joint. It's totally possible to have asymptomatic arthritis. So there you go. So you always want to clear the muscular component of your pain, just in case all the problem is in the muscles. So when muscles get irritated, they develop these things called trigger points, little irritable spots in the muscles. And so you can actually work those out fairly easily. There's a couple techniques you can do, kind of massage type techniques. If you have a problem with your other thumb, you can use a clip there. If you do have CMC joint arthritis, you're also at risk for having a tight web space, so you got to make sure that you keep that stretched out. The other thing you can do is distraction. So arthritic joints really, or even overworked joints, they just love distraction, because when you distract a joint, you take all the pressure off of it. It's kind of like a vacation for the joint. So, you have time to, take all the pressure off, the stress is off, the tissues can kind of heal, and just plain feels good. So there's a simple technique you can do in standing to distract the thumb joints. Lastly, getting maximal thumb joint stability. A lot of people don't know this, but there's actually a couple muscles that support that joint. This one's called your abductor pollicis longus. So this book advocates doing an exercise using a rubber band for progressive resistance. But you see how that muscle attaches right there to the base of the joint, where the CMC joint, where all the trouble is. So week by week, as you get that muscle stronger, you're going to get more stability in the joint, and you're also going to get more dynamic stability, meaning you're going to get more control over that joint as you're moving it and using it. So more stability equals less pain is the bottom line. There's also another muscle called your first dorsal interossei. Same kind of thing, attaches right there where the joint is. So here again, these exercises might take less than 2 minutes each, so your total investment's maybe 5 minutes a day, and you don't have to do them every day. Actually, twice a week is enough to sufficiently strengthen a muscle if you're using progressive resistance. And then, like I say, week by week, this joint gets more stable, and you have a lot less pain. So lots of things you can do if you know how. But nothing's as quick as a brace. Put the brace on, mobilize it, restricts the motion, less irritation, and less pain. So yeah, it's a good brace. Check it out.